Top of the day to you.
Welcome, all of our lovely life changers out there. And that you are. Everybody life changers for sure. Today is going to be a quick live again too, but we just want to let you know about some cool things that are happening, well, for the
For Ontario.
and for out east a little bit too.
Absolutely. Ontario is such a stunning province. We love going to Ontario. So we just thought maybe for all of you Ontarians, what are you called out there? Ontarians?
It was right
Ontarians. I agree. There is, like, it's pretty simple. And now I have just created a Ontarians. I don't know. Okay, help us out.
Yeah, I can't.
Anyone from Ontario out there, help us out. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the course for the certified certification career.
That's right.
So
yeah, so we're excited about that. And any questions you may have, please do feel free to answer them. Let us know who you are and where you're from. We'll go into our regular old rigmarole first and foremost, because that's what we do, Doug, on it. So first of all, if you hear something today that makes you think, wow, fantastic, I am shocked and my mind is blown, then we want you to throw in that hashtag,
holy jumping tuna fish,
because we like it. And it's our live and we can do it. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
there's a little fluff on the screen that was right in the middle of Carrie's nose.
Yeah,
so driving us nuts.
Good.
So yes, throw in that holy jumping tuna fish.
Growing bigger.
Well, your nose and your ears never stop growing.
Yeah, I know, but for men it's huge, but I didn't realize for women it would be so huge.
It happens to us too.
Okay.
Yep, it does.
I digress.
Yeah, now that we see, the problem with this is sometimes you're just staring at yourself. We don't get to see all of you guys. So let us know who you are, where you're from, so that we can focus on that more than just looking at our nose.
Absolutely.
If you know anybody out in Ontario that might be thinking of this for a business, please share this out to them and let them know that this is a possibility. You know, equine assisted learning, for how far it has come in the last 15 years since we've been doing it, it really has come leaps and bounds. And that when we first started, you said anything about working with a horse to build skills and people looked at you like you had lobsters crawling out of your ears or something was very wrong upstairs. Now it's a really different situation that people understand that horses can help people, absolutely. And they get the whole side of working with animals and that type of interactive and experiential learning, but they still don't know what's out there for these opportunities. And a lot of people who think of horses, they think of riding. Well, this ain't no riding, people. So it's a great and different way that you can actually get into this course. Well, that was the same when you first started too. You found this program, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, how does this exist? And you know, bottom line, we know people, the world needs you right now. So if you have a horse, you have 2 horses, you have some minis, you have donkeys, all part of the equine family, it's just so important that we be there to help humans to be able to move forward and understand how to live in moments.
That's exactly right. And that flows beautifully into this piece, that hashtag, we are life changers. Because as people with horses, we have an opportunity to change lives every single day that we work with people and our own lives and the people that we work with without the horses even, and we talk to, we have that opportunity every single day to change somebody's life for the better. And that's what we really want to do. And we know that every single one of us has that opportunity, and not just human beings, the horses, the dogs, the cats, all of them out there have this beautiful piece that we are life changers. We can change somebody's life for the better every single day we live and breathe.
You bet.
What's the other one? Oh yeah, replay. If you catch us on replay, let us know so we can say hi.
Oh, that was
clearly
short,
that's not as exciting,
quick.
Yeah.
But if anyone is following us right now or listening to us, please let us know.
Yeah,
because it's nice to know that we're actually talking to someone.
Yeah, and we can see that there's people watching.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so we know you're there. Don't just ignore it.
Laka Baka Joe Taka.
Oh, see, there we go. Who's a good girl, Dila?
Hey, Dila. Long time and no see.
Nice to see you on. So yeah, this Ontario piece, first of all, there's a really great opportunity coming up here that you can get, because we have the 5-day virtual piece or online at your own pace, and then 3-day hands-on. Usually there's a little bit of a gap in between that people can, go practice the programs and get started and do otherwise. But this amazing opportunity we have right now is that you can kind of do them almost back to back with the way that this course is working out.
Absolutely.
So you could take the virtual, which is next week if you were ready to go to do it, and you can be. It can all work.
Oh, heck
and
yeah.
then in the beginning of July is the course out in Woodstock, Ontario.
That's right. For the beautiful, where the magic happens.
Yes.
Because that's when you see the horses literally being the teachers. That's when you're allowing the horses to literally be the teachers. And then you see a human make a change right before your very eyes. And you're like, wow, like it's just the most outstanding job in the world. And it's hard to actually even call it a job because
it's a purpose.
It's such a beautiful, purposeful piece of what we do every single day. But horses and humans changing lives, woo! Is just it's such a privilege to be in this world, and it's a chaotic, crazy, hard world. It really is such a treasure that you can choose the kind of life you want to live before we die.
Yeah.
Because that's the bottom line. Everything that lives, everything must die. But of course, with energy and with all the things that we have within us, it's so beautiful to just know that while we're here on the short period, very short blink of an eye period on Earth, we can do something that not only fills our full bucket, our full being, but also pays back to other humans, because that truly is what purpose is helping another human.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And good morning to you too, Regina. I see you on there.
Hey, Regina.
And Ulysses, my horse, and I are starting over, it seems, but it's a beautiful process. Lots of healing for both of us right now. You know, it's funny because we have talked many times about how
We should introduce ourselves.
Oh,
soon.
right. Yeah, we'll do that right after this part.
Okay.
I was about to say something
I'm sorry.
about how this course really does not only affect the lives of everybody that comes into your arena, but our lives, right? And sometimes it is about starting over. Sometimes it's, you know, reframing how we're doing things, even in our business and our personal lives, all of those pieces. But it all is beautiful. It all adds and comes together to help us to find our place in this world, as well as being able to help other people as well. And yes, to introduce ourselves, because we did forget that again. My name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as an instructor and facilitator for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning, Inc.
So, you know, my hubby always says there's never a problem. He's a contractor. There is only a solution. So my solution to us, Charles, that's right, you,
Yeah,
is that we put on, when you have all those little things with the titles,
introduce ourselves.
introductions.
That's true.
Because you see, we can't seem to do this on a regular basis.
No, but maybe it's just meant to come in at different times for
Is it?
different people.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. My name is Carrie Fulmick, the founder of the Equine Connection and master instructor, helping humans globally around the world do what it is that we do. And that is to help humans to be able to move forward by being empowered to find the answers and solutions to their own life, but by working with horses in a completely different way. And that truly is understanding the horse's culture and understanding their language. The number one thing to this certification is the welfare of the horse first. We do not use horses. They are not the tools that are used in order to help the humans, but it's actually allowing the horse be naturally who the horse is. Because the horse can only think, act, and respond like a horse. And the number one thing a horse needs to feel, the number one thing anywhere at all times, is to feel safe. So if we can learn how these horses work when we're facilitating, someone said it was like a symphony the other day, just watching it all in action, because these horses are so eloquent and so beautifully clear to everything that it is that they're trying to help the humans. But we can't put words into humans' mouths, nor do we say, this horse is telling you this. No, we allow that human to be able to understand through that parallel of understanding the horse needs to feel safe, what we as humans need to change and adjust inside. So again, we can help that horse to feel safe, but it helps us to be able to move forward in our own lives.
That's exactly.
It's absolutely brilliant. And, you know, it's the only, job, career, being an entrepreneur all my life, that every single day, I swear, you just wake up and you're like, I am so blessed to be able to have chosen a path that was very difficult to do when no one else believed on this earth that I could make this business work. No one believed me.
Yep.
But it's so amazing when you can stay strong to it, even through all those hard and difficult times and losses, and you come out on the other side and you're like, how has it been like 15 years? Like it's truly amazing.
And it's funny because when it comes with passion, and like even with the title of your book, if it's not hard, it's not your dream. No one says it's going to be easy.
Nope.
It's not. And that's part of the reason why we created everything we did with our business pack and our support and all that kind of stuff, because that will make it easier. We're there to get you along the whole way. But it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be something you move forward with every single day because it matters to you. And we have had an ad up going on Facebook for any of you who's crossed your path. But we have one lady on there. We have an ad up on Facebook for any of you who it's crossed your path.
Oh, any of you? Okay, I'm like, I don't understand the Japanese language.
Yeah, I have like a sinus thing happening, so maybe I slurred. I don't know. I haven't been drinking, so that's a bonus. Where was I going with that now? Oh, yeah. So this lady says on it, it's impossible to start up a career like this. You can't make any money. And at first I wrote back, something fairly nice. And then she wrote back again, no, it's impossible. And I wanted to write back, well, with that attitude, yeah, you betcha. You're right. It sure is. Because at the end of the day, yeah, something can be impossible if you truly believe that it is.
You bet. And a dream is not supposed to be easy. Can you imagine if dreams were easy?
Then
all humans on earth would be achieving their dreams. What do people do? They have a dream. They tuck it away. They have a dream. Then they don't go forward with it. They have a dream. People tell them it can't be done. They have a dream that they keep feeling and are very passionate about, but they stuff it away because, no, I can't do that. It's not possible.
The right time.
And that a dream is so cool because when you can make a dream a reality, you have proven to your own being and to your own purpose where you are supposed to be going, because we all have purpose on this earth. But yeah, dreams are not easy, but oh my gosh, it is the most exhilarating feeling in the world when you can make it happen. And of course you can make it happen, because why not you? I always say Oprah and Ellen, they're just like us. Yeah. They're humans. There's no difference.
Who failed a dozen times first.
Exactly. So why not you? Why not me? Why not you? All of us can do it. It's just if you have that discipline in order to move forward. And it's not just motivating. It's not just motivation that creates us to move through our dreams. It's actually discipline. And I think that's one of the greatest parts in the business training piece that we help our facilitators to do is you have to stay very much so disciplined in what it is you're doing, so that one step at a time continually brings you closer to your clients coming, to how your business is going to look like. And I have to tell you, what you dream now, when you continually move forward with it, it's way bigger than you could have even possibly fathomed in your brain.
And I love what Dila says here. Oh, and good morning, Kirsty. So Dila says we have to be careful what we are manifesting. And that's so true. And even like with what you were saying with the discipline and like you have to do an action. I always think of that joke. I know I've told this one before. This guy's praying to God that he really wants to win the lottery. He says, oh God, please let me win the lottery. And the next day, no lottery. Next week, oh, please God, please let me win the lottery. And this goes on for months and months and months. Please, why aren't you answering me? Please let me win the lottery. Suddenly, its bright light comes up and God comes down and says, for heaven's sakes, buy a ticket. You have to do the action if you want the result to come from it. So you can't just sit there and hope that a dream comes true. You have to actually get up and make the dream come true. And that's whether it's the right time or the right star alignment. Somebody said that to me once. We're in Mercury retrograde. I was like, okay, is that a good thing? Like, I'm not sure that I have to wait till that's over. I was like, okay, if that's your logic with it too. But the fact of the matter is that you can't just hold off forever and think that it's going to happen at some time. Because as Carrie always says, we never know when that last day comes.
Well, and even with what's happened to our world, here's the thing. This is why the treasure and the gift that the horse gives to us is understanding how to live in moments. I pray with all my heart and soul, we have each learned as a human that, so you can't count on the future because you have no freaking idea what the future is going to, you have no idea what tomorrow is going to bring. You might think and worry about the future, but it does nothing for you. So it's so beautiful in understanding what has happened to us that, holy Toledo's, if we don't take the bull by the horns and start creating what it is that we want, where there is going to be no time to do it, because then our last breath is, and remember, last breath, you're never thinking, oh, I wish I had more money and a bigger house and
Yeah, right.
a cool car and 100 horses. Like, you don't think like that. You do. You think of the things that you should have done, but you didn't do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the risk sometimes is, oftentimes is people are held back by money. And it's truly a sad piece. Don't get me wrong. We all need to have money because we have to pay for things and outrageous grocery bills and gas right now.
Yeah.
But we definitely do. But if we keep getting paralyzed and spending the money, then we don't do anything to make money.
Because then you can't replenish it.
You can't, because that's the coolest piece with money, is it's replenishable. It doesn't just go away and then you have nothing. It's a magic to when we work and when we have, I don't know, even certain things that we get once a month. Like, money keeps replenishing itself, but we can't be in fear not to spend what we do have. Because think about it. What if, and you don't know, what if you were only granted one more year left? Can you imagine the joy in your heart and soul seeing humans make a change because they're working with your horses? It's just a beautiful feeling to know that every day you're living is a day that is happiness. Why? Because you do have a horse. Horses, they don't let you stay in this place of not being authentic to who it is that we are. Like, they pull out the best in us on a regular basis, and they let us know when we're going way down, or getting our butts in gear, because we have to.
Too high. They're very humbling creatures.
They truly are.
Can't get a big head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love. Good morning, Lisa and Rachel. I was gonna say Rachel. Rachel is on here too. She says, "Heck yes, jump, go, do it now." Yeah, and it's so true. There's always that fear piece, but fear means you actually just care about it, right? Like, it's enough that you want to move forward, because it can be scary to change your life. It can be scary to change the lives of others, but the outcome, it can be the most phenomenal thing that's ever happened to you, but you'll never know if you don't try.
You know, the one thing with fear, and I really like this, is doing a pro and a con list. And I love doing manual writing because I see it clearly versus doing it on a computer. But with my pro and con list, the one thing I always do, and I do make the con list very hard. Like, I make it like the worst scenario on earth. I invest, this happens, I lose it all. I've done nothing with the money, or however that would roll, so that I can see what's the worst thing that will happen if I take this risk. Because fear does exist. And absolutely, that's just a commonality a lot of us have in common. And I mean, a commonality for our clients who are coming in to be able to move forward in their own lives as well. But what's the worst thing that would happen? Or what and that's mine was always, because when people tell me I can't do it.
So your little ODD.
It doesn't roll for me. I'm always, now I prove to others I will do it. Because nobody tells Carrie she can't do something. Like, nobody. So it helps me to really get revved up and very much so disciplined in what it takes to continually move forward with the dream that I'm wanting to live in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's funny. We came on here to talk about Ontario. Dreams, life purpose.
Ontario's in dreams.
No,
Ontario's in dreams. No.
The dream lives in Ontario.
The dream lives in Ontario.
There it is.
So in Woodstock, I believe it is July 10th to the 12th, is it? We try to do this on memory sometimes. So this is where the 3-day hands-on training is. So you need to have, yes. Whoa, good. Rio. And then we have our virtual certified course next week. So that's June 20th to the 24th.
Correct.
So if you can make those dates, you'd have your virtual, all your theory down pat. You don't have to travel. You don't have to pay for accommodations, nothing. You just have to be at your own place. It's a 6-hour everyday course.
Yep. And Eastern time.
And that's right, in Eastern time. Then you get to kind of get your brain loaded and full with all of the theory, and then you wait a couple of weeks, and then you go, and then you bring all the magic
together
of all the curriculum programs you receive with your course and structural material and how to do it, how to run it, how to facilitate it, how to use those open-ended questions, but most importantly, allowing and understanding what the horse is literally trying to say. So we have step-ins. So that's the key in facilitating is we have those step-in moments to help our humans to understand what that horse might be trying to say to them. Boy, this usually happens to me. So this is kind of exciting that I don't have the little tickly tickle today.
It's right there.
Right there. We have like 95-kilometer winds here.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's been crazy for the last few days. Maybe you should get some water. Okay, we'll let her get some water.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So that is where you just work just with the exercises and just with the horses, because it's so imperative to get that hands-on experiential learning in what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're thinking, and of course, most importantly, what it's going to be doing for your clients by allowing that process to happen. The beauty is with this is sometimes people think, no, I've got to be able to bring my horse or work with my horse to understand. No, you don't, because horses speak one language globally around the world. You can work with anybody's horses as long as you understand the culture and the language of the horse and the number one thing a horse needs to feel, and that is safe. When you understand those strong 3 components, that allows us to facilitate so that when you're learning from someone else's horses, you're going to be able to implement that same process at your facility. And your facility can be indoor or outdoor.
Oh yeah.
My first, all I did was get certified. All I knew is I wanted this to be the last job I did on earth. That the last job as an entrepreneur. So of course I didn't have a facility. I didn't have an outdoor arena. I had 2 horses. And what I ended up doing was getting certified. So I actually understood what the gold was that I had in the business.
Mm-hmm.
I first needed to understand what the certification was before I could implement it. So I did that first. And then I decided, I didn't decide. I actually got a contract immediately with Siksika Youth Medicine Lodge. I'm like, you'd never ever turned down business.
Weren't ready to go yet, but you went.
Totally wasn't ready. And I found a lady who was certified in another certification who allowed me to rent her outdoor arena and rent her horses. So for 2 years, I just worked outside at her land and had Siksika Youth Medicine Lodge come in there. And then of course we built the arena. Carolyn moved back from Leduc and she started facilitating, and boom.
Yeah,
life started happening.
And it didn't have to be fancy.
No fancy porta potties.
There was an outhouse. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very pretty though. We kept it very clean. We had little flowers inside. You can dress those. You can gussy those guys up. What do we call it? The Cadillac of porta potties.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be fancy. People aren't coming out to see horses in a marble floor location, right? It's not about the being fancy piece. It's just about them being in the moment and learning the life skills and moving forward too. There's something else I was going to say when you were talking about working with other people's horses. When the facilitators come, I think it's almost a benefit to work with other people's horses first, because it pushes you outside that comfort zone even more.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get home, you get to hang out with your own horses again. And it's a completely different atmosphere that you're a little bit more comfortable in because you know your horses a bit better. But it's so good to come outside that comfort zone and start really looking at what the horse is saying versus what you think you know about your own horses too. So it's a beautiful way of doing it. I love we've got Carrie on here too. Love this. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Christy says, best course ever. Lots of information and actionable ideas and so much fun with these ladies. We are fun. I got to tell you, we're a good time. And Lisa says this 3-day is truly life-changing. You can't know just how much until you do it. It's so true. Yeah, even
so
we
true.
had an ex-police officer and an ex-911 operator come in a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And they were blown away. You're always blown away. She always likes that. It cracks me up so much. Or sometimes she'll do the hand. I was waiting for one of these. Yeah. But they were the ones who actually said it was like a symphony, because all of the preconceived notions that they had about people or everything, it just was gone when they got to see them interact with these beautiful creatures and learning these skills and all of those other pieces. Like it's magic. It does really feel like magic in that moment.
And I remember it was so cute because this couple, because of course you work with all of the horses, and the number one thing we have to understand is horses react from stimulus. We don't use the mirror theory. We are totally research science. So they react from stimulus from humans. And how do they react from that? Well, humans, we do a lot of thinking. We have an intuitive piece, but when we get our intuitive moment, oftentimes what we'll do is we'll take it to, of course, our head, and then our head kind of convinces our intuitive piece that no, we're going to do it this way, or no, it can't work. So you see all of that stimulus goes to our horses instead of being on that same thought and feel. And of course, that will also, that stimulus going to our horse. So when we had brought the horses in for our Calgary Dream Center guys, and of course they told us this after the fact when we were debriefing, is we were like panicked that you brought those horses in, because how the horses reacted with their stimulus
was
much higher, because you're expecting so much, and you're doing a lot of this when you're learning, training, exactly.
Yeah.
But then when our guys came in, our addicts from the Calgary Dream Center, they were like symphony, like those horses, like they were so safe. It was so zenny in the arena, and it's because of that stimulus that the guys brought to their teachers, the horses. So it is pretty remarkable when you see it in person. The bonus with our course is you can do payment plans as well, which is oftentimes a nice way to be able to do it. And if you do want any information for any of you Ontarioites, is that what it's called? Ontarioites?
It was right there again.
Ontarioites. Okay, someone got to help us from Ontario. What are you called? Anywho, though, if you are interested in being a part of this journey, Carolyn's going to put up her email, and then you can just email her and she can send you all the details.
So I put in the website, but I will put it
okay.
Ontarians.
Oh, Ontarians? Oh, here I was thinking it was something grander.
Like Calgarians, Ontarians.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's that simple. Okay. Well, now you all know, because I'm sure you were just as curious as we were.
Yeah, you learn something new every darn day.
Darn day.
There it is. Thanks, Regina.
Thanks, Regina.
I love it. Lisa says here, too fancy schmancy. Give us nature in its truest way. It's so true.
All clients love it.
And little Richie Reach says, yep, especially when the very first horse you ever work with is 3 times the size of you. Best course ever. Truly best family. That's so true. And I remember, and Rach didn't have a ton of the horse background either when she first started. And that was a huge horse ever. Look up, look way up. Yeah. Like the big friendly giant on that one.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me just adjust this for a quick.
Okay.
Un momento.
She's going to change it.
Because I can do that on the fly, just like this.
Oh, look at her. She's just so good in IT. There we go.
That's me. So yeah, feel free to send us an email if you're looking for some information. There are payment plans as well that we can set up for you too. So if that money piece is something that you're like, I just don't know, get the payment plans. It's all workable, good time stuff. And we would love to see you guys out. Well, and not just Ontario.
We're global.
I can't say it now. Ontarians.
Ontarians. Like Calgarians.
Calgarians, Ontarians. So not just for the Ontarians out there. Anybody who wants to come join us, you're more than welcome to join us for the June virtual as well. But then that Woodstock is available in July too for the Ontarians.
But then you have to give us your little nickname of your state or your province, because I think that's how we only roll now.
What's Saskatchewan people?
What are you doing?
I don't know. See, this is what we talk about. We need to go see a horse. That's all there is to it. They're going to bring us right back down to reality.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to email those to me, Carolyn@equineconnection.ca. You can check out our website too, is equineconnection.ca. There's tons of information. All of the cost and pricing is on there too. There's just little tabs. You click along them. And yeah, we're happy to be here to help you out.
Ooh, and if you want to see a stunning, maybe make you kind of have a little tear of how we thank our horses, we have a stunning videos. So if you want to watch it, I like to press replay on it many times. It's very, very short, but if you would like to do it, just put it in the comments that you want to see the video for yourself, and we will shoot it into the comment section. Hey,
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
put it into the comments, or you can send us a private message. We can send you there too.
Okay.
Or
Sounds
email
great.
me. All of those are options.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
All right, everybody.
Have an amazing day. Remember, you are a life changer. We are a life changer. Life is short. Remember to follow your dream. The world needs you more than ever. So whoever you are, if it's baking, if it's cooking, if it's sewing, if it's working with horses, if it is helping people just by, you've got a ton of cats and they need to come and pat a cat.
Yeah.
Then whatever it is, you are there for a purpose and for a reason. Don't let the opportunities pass you by when they're right in front of you. Listen to your intuitive, because that's what a horse is. Horse is full intuitive, which means feel, feel, feel. So really get into your intuitive piece and see where it's taking you.
Yes. And Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you for this course. I can't
She can't either.
nope. It's just unexpressible. I can't.
I'm not even going to help her.
You're not. I can't express this enough. Anyone thinking, just do it. We're much more profound in the course, and I learn how to speak all over again every single time. So don't even worry about that piece. All right, everybody.
Okay, have an amazing day.
We're going to go look up what different people in Canada are called.
Bye.
Bye.